channel. Today's video is not a typical vlog. We're actually talking about books. I've been reading a lot more, so I decided to share some of the books that I'm reading and my thoughts on them, and maybe also hear what you guys like to read. So let's get into it. Okay guys, before we get into the books, I just wanted to show you guys I got a nose ring. So if you've seen my nose piercing video, you know I started off with a stud, but my nose finally healed, so I decided to get a nose ring, and I'm obsessed with it. It's a little gold ring with like a little daisy on it, and I honestly just feel like I'm more of a ring person than like a stud, and I just can't wait to wear it all the time. I also got a silver one, so I'm super excited. Anyways, back to the books. Okay, so I'm gonna first start off with the books that I didn't like as much. So my first book in that is While We Were Dating by Jasmine Guillory. I felt like it was good in the beginning, so I would give it a 3.5 star because the characters and stuff were nice, but I just felt like the male character at the end, he was kind of being used, and I felt like that wasn't like the best decision that the author could have made because it wasn't really what would happen in real life. But overall, it was a nice story, but I did have to like force myself to finish it. So the next book I have is People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry. I heard a lot about this book on TikTok and YouTube and stuff, and like book talk, but I felt like it wasn't as good as people said it to be. It was good in the beginning, but later on I just felt like Alex and Poppy were like wasting a lot of time. Like it was obvious they were supposed to get together, but I just didn't like the way that the author kept putting it off, and the way she was acting. She kind of got annoying at the end. Like the characters were cute, but overall, I don't know, I just didn't vibe with them as much. So I would give this 4 stars because I definitely felt like this at least had more storyline than the other one. Okay, so the next book I have is Maybe Someday by Coho. I love Coho as an author. I love her books. I felt like they're not like just get straight to it. So I really liked it, but I felt like the idea that this was sending wasn't the best. Like yes, Sydney and Ridge were really cute, and like the whole deaf relationship and how they adapted, but I felt like there was no character development from Sydney because she kind of just did what her ex did, so I didn't like that part, and I felt like he was a bit confusing too, and he made the wrong decisions, so I didn't really like the ending, and I wish I had seen more from Maggie, who's another character in this book. But yeah, that's what I found in this, and I personally would give it a 4 stars because I still really like the storyline and I did want to finish it. I just wish it ended a different way. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the books that I did like, and I have another one by Coho, but this one is It Ends With Us. This one's also all over book talk and like YouTube, but this one is true. What people are saying about this book is so true. I really love this story. I also love the character relationship between Lily and Atlas, and Lily and Riley, even though it was a whole mess at the end. If you read it, you know what I mean. But I felt like this book was just so good, and I read it within a day, and I even got my own copy because I know I'm gonna reread it. And I like how truthful it was. It wasn't just a happy like story. So I think this is really good for someone who needs just that hit of reality. So I would definitely give this a 5 out of 5. So next on my list is The Unhoneymooners by Christina Lauren, and I felt like this book was such a good, heartfelt story. I literally love the relationship between Olive and Ethan and all the little cute moments in Hawaii and just finding out how their story evolved. It was really nice. I felt like the end, they kind of dragged it on when they got home and it wasn't needed, but I guess it did show some character development, and it was such a good book that I had to buy it, and I will definitely be rereading this because it's just a book that I can like open up anytime and have fun with, and so I definitely give this a 5 out of 5. Okay, so the next book that I'll be talking about is one that everyone's probably heard of by now because it's just been all over book talk and YouTube. It's The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood. This book was so cute. I love the whole academia vibe and like the little hints of like the medical research put in. It was just really nice, and the relationship between Adam Carlson and Olive was just so cute. I really like the enemies to lovers troop slash like the friends to lovers troop, so this was like a combo and it was really nice. So I ended up buying my own copy so I can reread it. I cannot wait for more books by this author because this was her first book, and I would definitely rate this a 5 out of 5. I finished it right away. Okay, so the next book I have is The Spanish Love Deception by Elena Armez. Can we just take a second to look at this book itself? Like the color and the cover are just so pretty of this book, and I love the storyline. It's just such a nice enemies to lovers trope, and I felt like the ending was also really good because it showed the character development and it wasn't like perfect. Also, all the scenes when they were in Spain were just so cute. And I'm in love with Aaron Blackford. I'm like so upset that he does not exist in real life. He's such a good character. And this is also her first book, so I'm so excited to see what she comes up next. I personally really liked it. And if anyone's watched The Hating Game, it's kind of like this, so I would definitely recommend. And I gave this a 5 out of 5. And I got my own copy so I can reread it. So the next book I don't have a physical copy of, but it's The Upside of Falling. This one was kind of a cute story and the characters were really nice. I just didn't like how the author chose to like break it up in the middle, and that was kind of like annoying because I felt like they were just meant to be and it should have just moved faster, but that's just me because I'm like a fast reader. Overall, I really like the ending though, so I give this a 4 out of 5. Okay, so my final book on the list is one that I haven't read yet, but I'm currently reading. It's The Hating Game by Sally Thorne. I know I said this is like the Spanish love deception, so I decided to read it because it's like a short and fun read, and it's like the enemies to lovers trope. I'm excited to see what happens. I'm only in the beginning pages, so I really can't say much, but I know that there's a movie on this, so maybe I'll also watch that once I'm done. But yeah. Okay guys, well this is the end of the video. I really hope you enjoyed seeing what I like to read and maybe you got some good book recs. If you have a good book rec for me, please leave a comment down below so I can look at it. And you can also add my Goodreads account, which is here. And I also have it linked in the description box so I can see what you read and you can also see what I'm reading. I'm hoping to finish 50 books this year, hopefully more because I just got back into reading and I'm really liking it. Also, the fact that I get to buy my own books is super exciting, so I can't wait. And maybe I'll make another video, so make sure you like and subscribe for more content and let me know if you want to see more videos like this. She's a Mona Lisa.